Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore. Tonight it is round 10 of our final season, season 8. We are heading to Spielberg for the Austrian Grand Prix. And we know from checking it out last night, we have a very, very good car going into tonight's Grand Prix. Concern about the weather for the sprint. It will be potentially a wet sprint, but the race itself will be dry. I would prefer if both were dry, but well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will not be running our reserve driver tonight for obvious reasons. Being a sprint weekend, we have one session to get the cars dialed in as quickly as we can. And that's obviously less running time for Embry if we do sub her out, which means she has no chance of getting up to 100% track knowledge. So we will bench Anne for tonight, and we'll probably give her a run out tomorrow at Silverstone instead. How you doing, Dino? How you doing, Daniel? Good to see you both. Right, let's jump straight into setting some targets for tonight's race. The qualifying target is 2 in the top 8. I think we can achieve that. Although, having said that, the margins around this circuit in qualifying are incredibly tight because it is such a short lap. So we could be hundredths away from pole or 10th, assuming we get both cars through. It could even be thousands that we miss out by. It will be very, very small margins. We'll get both cars into Q3, I'm pretty sure of that, and both into Q2. Moving on, the incentive is the fastest lap. Let's guarantee 2 in the points tonight. Let's go 2 in the top 10. Play it a little bit safer. New quali streak is halfway through, 1 in the top 10 for 2 races. And because we broke the finish position streak last night, we kind of need to set a new one. So we're going to go 2 in the top 12 for 5 races and keep our fingers crossed that we can complete it. And that is everything we need to get done. We are ready to head straight to Austria.
Welcome along to the spectacular setting of Austria. Set in the Austrian mountains, the Red Bull Ring offers fantastic views and thrilling racing. Originally built in 1970, the circuit has been part of the F1 season in its current format since 2014. Spielberg's challenges are all about overtaking. The DRS zones here mean passing is very possible, especially if your tyres are in a better condition than the next cars. But get caught out having to manage less than fresh tyres, and you could be a sitting duck.
It's not a usual F1 weekend though, with qualifying brought forward to make way for an all-out sprint race, which will decide the grid for the Grand Prix.
Okay then, let's get to it.
All right, let's get right into getting prepped. We're going to start on the mediums. And let's go with 24 laps of fuel. Normally only go 23, but if we get it right, I want to have, we'll go 25. If we get it right, we'll stay out for most of that and probably come in around lap 22, 23. If we get it wrong, then we call them in early and then send them back out again. I want to have that extra fuel preloaded in the car already. So actually, let's go a little bit more. Let's go 28 laps, just so we're covered. Because I will forget to do it in the middle of practice. Here we go. Change those settings. Go and swap out some parts. So old engine will get through. Old ERS is more than good enough. And that is our only gearbox at the moment. Old engine. Plenty of life left in that still. Old ERS. And oops. That gearbox, yeah, a bit too risky for a sprint weekend. What do I do with the setup? I'm gonna go with a 13 on Embry's car. I think we'll go with that. I really don't know which way to go on the roll bar. Let's go that way, and we'll leave those as they are. And then for Donna, we'll go the opposite way. So we'll go with a 7, 12, 5. We'll go a 7, 3. And again, we'll leave those as they are. And let's send them both out. Evening refill. Ooh, excuse me. Right, let's get this feedback in as quickly as we can. The quicker we can get these cars dialed in, the better chance we have of actually getting a pretty strong track knowledge. Normally I wouldn't sweat it too much, but our car part knowledge, as you can see, is below 50%
How is the balance, please?
right now. So we need to extract every little bit of confidence out of our cars as we can, our drivers as we can. And 21% is a really bad start. Hope Embry's is a little bit better. There is Embry. She's going to need another lap, annoyingly. All right, let's have a look. So that could be a 12, could be a 13. I'm going to gamble with a 13. Let's pull the front wing down a bit. Let's go to a 4.5. We did go the wrong way on that. Let's go all the way to a 1.9. I can push that back up a bit more. Feel a little bit more comfortable doing that. Let's change this as well. Let's try that. So this should be a much closer setup, hopefully. Of course, we've got to wait to see when she's going to give us that final bit of feedback. Don't make me send you out for another lap, please. Come on. Come on, give me that fifth bit of feedback. Running out of time. Ah, damn it. There it is.
How's the balance? How's the balance?
45%, so that's 20% better, but still not great. So, again, that's not quite right. Could it be a 13.5? It could. That's got to be a 1.9. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't think that is enough. Could be a 14 and that be somewhere over here, perhaps. All right, let's try that. Let's go a bit more extreme. Tony says, I've seen a bit of F1 Manager 24 game play today. Is that something that's just dropped, or is that just stuff that you've seen that was posted a while ago? 'Cause we're still 2.5 weeks away from release, so anything that has been dropped recently will not be the final product, but should be pretty close. .92, much better. Alright, so front wing's too much. That needs to come down all the way to about there, which means something like that. Yeah, let's give that a go.
I need some feedback.
Oh, only 65. That's still a way off. All right, so that has to be a 13.5. I did overcook it a little bit. Get the feeling that's going to be somewhere down here. We are off on that as well. That's too much. That's got to come back. I'm going to go to there. No, I'm not convinced about that. Second guessing myself again. Yeah, let's try that. Evening, Marcel. Naga's here as well. Welcome back. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right there. Do let me know if I'm getting it wrong.
Okay, we take the flag. Over the car.
92. No change. That's frustrating. Okay. A little bit of work to do still before we send them out for qualifying. One final blind tweak is required.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out who's got what it takes as we establish the grid for the sprint.
Just like a normal race qualifying session, drivers will battle it out for their starting grid positions. But this time, it'll be for the upcoming sprint. Their teammate is driving rings around them right now, which can't feel good. They really need to pull it together and show their team what they can do.
And it's almost time for qualifying. You won't want to miss that.
Still smarting a little bit from my fuel gaffe last night, where we threw away a potential 16-point gain on Red Bull, running out of fuel just meters before the line. No repeat of that tonight. Okay, that is not right either. It's got to be somewhere about here. Gonna go with that. It's pretty much slap bang in between the two of them. Let's put the better engine parts in. 75% engine's not ideal, but I'm not putting a new engine in for tonight. That ERS is more than good enough, and that gearbox will be good enough for the sprint, qualifying, and then second practice, and then we'll change it for the race itself. Let's see, one flying lap, engine, change the ERS, and again that gearbox is fine for qualifying. What do I need to change on the setup? Potentially nothing. That could be perfect, which would be very nice. It's all down on that rear wing. That could be horribly wrong, but think that's going to be fine. Let's set them out for quali.
Track should be green.
Cannot overstate the importance of a slipstream around this lap for qualifying. With 3 back-to-back DRS zones, absolutely need that slipstream. And Embry's being held for someone. A Mercedes. Alright, so I've got Donna out behind Norris and Embry is out behind Tsunoda.
We stick to the plan.
Speaking of Norris, he is looking quick at Silverstone this weekend, has topped both of the practice sessions so far. Piastri looking quick in second practice as well, although again, you can't read too much into practice times, but encouraging for McLaren, to say the least. Would be nice to have a British winner at the British Grand Prix. Been a while.
So we are good for traffic. Charge your last corner.
Off we go.
And track is now clear.
Donna could have been a little bit closer. Embry is absolutely fine. Dino would also accept Piastri. Well, yeah, the Aussies, kind of our cousins. Embry has gone quicker than Donna in the first sector. Not surprising, she's got a better slipstream. Belichick sets the initial benchmark of a 1:02.7. That is not going to be quick enough. Guarantee you that. I think Norris might be... Oh no, we are still quicker than Norris. Embry's going to be even quicker still. This could be a mighty lap from Embry.
Charge on in box. Charge on in box.
Ah, no. Closer than I thought. She wasn't as quick in the final sector. Hopefully that will be good enough to get us through.
And we are boxes lap.
We can save as much tyre as possible. It would be awesome. Max on his outlap now. Let's keep an eye on him. And just in case, we will prep for a second lap. God, can you imagine if Lando and Verstappen crash in tonight's Grand Prix? That would be kind of hilarious. Joe got in a good time as well, so he might have got a slipstream. He is just 400 slower than Donna. And that is Norris, I think, on an outlap. Might be Ocon on an in-lap. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, that was Ocon on an in-lap. Max is only good enough for 6th. He is 100th slower than Lando. who now starts his second attempt. He will clear the traffic at the pit lane. Quite comfortably in the end. There it is. That is one of the Ferraris. I'm not sure which one. It's Oscar. Let's wait for Leclerc. See what time he can do. Leaving it late. He's leaving it very late. There he is, finally. And the top 10 separated by just 0.3 of a second right now. Very, very tight. Did I go to an F1 race? I went to Silverstone 21 years ago for the British Grand Prix. It's the only race I've ever been to in Formula One. Just haven't had any money. Can't afford to go. But yeah, I went to Silverstone 21 years ago. Rubens Barrichello won. I saw the overtake for the lead. Coming out of bridge. This is back on the previous configuration of the circuit. That was an awesome weekend. Oh, disaster for Leclerc. That was Norris. The McLaren Red Bull hostilities continue. This is going to be a disastrous time for Charles Leclerc. He'll get a nice little tow across the line, but he is slowest. Well, you went to the 2013 Indian Grand Prix. That was the Bud International, wasn't it? Is that circuit abandoned or is it still in use? Because I know F1 was only there for like 3 years. I can't remember if that circuit has basically gone unused or if it is still active. It's not a bad circuit. There were a couple of weird bits in it, but I think it would be an interesting circuit to race around again. So Leclerc does get a good time through in the end. Goes top just by 12 thousandths of a second. We're going to say goodbye to Lance Stroll. For sure, Maloney and Albon. Piastri still on a flying lap. Behind Porsche, so he's going to get a really good slipstream here. He will get through, which means Gasly's going to get eliminated. No, Piastri did not improve enough. He must have had some traffic somewhere. That's so weird. I sworn he would have got through. Wow, big shock. Big shock. Oscar Piastri out in the first session. Stroll out as well. No surprise to see the Haas drivers out. Belajax has once again out-qualified Albon, albeit by 1/10 of a second, but interesting. It is still going. I wasn't sure. I didn't think it was one of those circuits that's been completely abandoned. Not like, say, Korea. The South Korean circuit pretty much is in complete disrepair now, I think. The mid 2010s were a period where we just had new circuit after new circuit that were only around for a couple of years and then buggered off again. The days of Bernie just ditching the traditional circuits for whichever country would pay him the most money.
Track should be green.
Okay, good work on brakes and tires, please.
With those 2010 tracks, Tilke circuits, yeah, well, pretty much every circuit that gets added onto the calendar is a Tilke circuit. Not all of them, but most of them. There's a new track that's being built somewhere in the desert. I think it's in Saudi Arabia. Not sure. They're building this huge kind of resort city area with an elevated track, and that's Tilke and his son that are designing that, with an amusement park, and the track's going to run through the park, and yeah, it's. You can see that Tilke has kind of run out of original ideas. He's just copying elements from various different tracks, like the one that in the desert, and I can't for the life of me remember where it is now. But he's lifted elements from other tracks, including, and very obviously in this one, he's lifted the entire Turn 1 concept from Kota, going up a huge incline to a tight left-hand corner and then dropping back down again on the other side of it. And you can see that he's always, ever since he did Istanbul, he's always tried to incorporate Istanbul Turn 8, the 4 Apex Turn 8, into as many circuits as he can.
Make sure you stay negative.
Well, there we go, 1019. A little bit slower for Donna, which surprises me. I thought she would have had the quicker lap. Apparently not.
Box this lap, cool the car.
I'll have to have a look for which country it was. It was a video done by I think the B1M. I love watching the B1M videos. Construction channel, talks about like mega projects and stuff. And the narrator, whose name I can't fucking remember, is a really good narrator presenter as well. It was either the B1M or it was their sister channel. I think the world's greatest construction podcast or something like that. Might be Riyadh. I don't think it is Riyadh though. I say I can't for the life of me remember what it was, what they were calling it, but I think it was a B1M video. Right, hopefully again we can get through on those tyres without having to go onto a new set. I'm going to actually just break away from the chat for a moment. I'm going to have a quick search for that video. See if I can find it. I think it was Kadir. Have a quick look at this video. Leclerc has popped in a good time, 2,000 slower than Embry. Yeah, it's Kadir. Qiddiya. Alex Wirtz has been working with the Tilkers to put the track together. Definitely one that's worth checking out, that video. But again, you'll see that Tilker's just lifted the entire concept of, you know, the big raised incline from Kota and stuck it straight in at Kadir. But the whole concept of Kadir is to be like an entertainment city. So there'll be these various different zones. There'll be a theme park running through it with, you know, a racetrack running through it as well. Yeah. Be interesting to see whether it actually gets completed or not. Look at the margins again. Look, we're only 0.2 quicker than Ocon. It's not so much the cookie cutter circuit where all tracks, you know, feel the same. It's just he'll take an element that is really popular and just stick it, copy and paste that part, that little segment of track. And sometimes he takes a few different elements and cuts them together at various different venues. It's not always his tracks either, I don't think. But I mean, he's done some of his tracks have been just like soulless and just felt really shit. But oh, hang on, we're gonna have to send our drivers out again. I think because we're only a tenth, like just over a tenth quicker than Gasly, 1200ths quicker than Gasly. So we better send them out again and hope. Yeah, Sochi was just soulless. I mean, it was an easy track to drive on the F1 games, but there was no real passion in the circuit. There was no real emotion in the circuit. It's all flat and boring. Valencia was an awful circuit. There don't seem to be many circuits being made these days that have real character in them. How you doing, Tiny?
I'll let you deal with the traffic now. Nothing I can do. Charge your platform now.
Track clear.
fuck. That's a... well, Donna's out. And so's Embry. On this lap, anyway. Not that they're out, but these laps are both a bust. I would dearly love the Sepang to come back. It was such a great circuit. That one had real character and had some really challenging elements to it as well. That final right-hander before you hit the two long straights, you know, running to the pits and then to the start-finish, to the start-finish line. That was a brilliant corner because it was so difficult to get the entry right, and you could lose or gain so much time through that corner. An ever-tightening apex. That was a real challenge, and just some of the sweeping elements of that circuit as well. All right, is Donna safe? Hope so. Pourchaire's just starting a flying lap. There's Sainz, Tsunoda, Russell gets a little bit of traffic, but I think he's okay. Belajac's still trying to improve, and he's tucked up behind a Mercedes. He might get the toe he needs here. Oh, little lift as the Red Bull almost gets in the way. That could be a disaster for Russell. Oh no, Russell's ahead. He's behind Russell. All right. Oh, Max is still out there. Max is currently slowest. We're safe. We can't be knocked out. Worst we can do is finish 10th, but is Max going to make it? No! Max is out. He's down in 15th. Wow. And look at the margin. Just 3.5 tenths between 1st and 15th. Wow. That was close. That was so close. If he'd found just over a tenth. If he'd found exactly 1100ths of a second, he'd have been through. At the expense of Sainz. Actually, no, wait. No, Sainz was 11th. He needed to find, 1.5 tenths to get through over Norris. So, we have a real chance here. We're going to do our own thing, and we're going to go switcheroo. But on separate runs. So we'll do a 1-lap run on these new tyres, and then we'll do a 1-lap run potentially behind other cars, or just switch them round. Don't want to go too early because we usually hit traffic when we do that on this circuit.
Okay, so that's a green light.
Send Embry straight out there. I was in the middle of taking a drink. I didn't have time to get them both out. But she's close enough to Norris there, I think. Yeah, she's close enough. Now I need to wait for a car for Donna. And then we might do a 2-lap switcheroo run on new tyres afterwards. Not as close as I'd like to be there.
Okay, and we need to wake up the brakes now. Make sure you
And
give us a
assuming
couple
we
of
can
brakes.
keep this spacing and don't get held up with traffic, this is perfect for Embry. Where does she go fast? The bridge. Okay.
And there'll be no one
I
ahead.
might start Donna's push a little bit early. Oh, she has lost a little bit of ground in that final sector. But she's quickest. Quicker than Norris.
Track is clear. You can go.
Tenth of a second difference in the first sector. 1:01.8. That's a good lap. Yeah, we're too far away to get the slipstream. That's another 3/10 lost. So Donna's going to need a slipstream. She goes second. Well, third, sorry, behind Norris, just ahead of Joe.
Happy with that. Pierre, John in box.
A lot quicker than Sonoda. Leclerc is building up to his flying lap. Pourchaire pops in fifth. Might have been an Autosport video in the end, the one I saw, which was an interview with the Tilkers and Alex Burtz. If I can find it, I'll link it on the channel in the community tab later, if I remember. Right, so I am going to go with just one flying lap on these tyres. And as soon as Donna's in, we'll send them both out again. And that will give me time to do one more lap if I need to. I think, just. Oh, potential bit of traffic. And Leclerc goes second. Right, this is my chance to get Donna up onto the front row. Potentially even on
As
pole.
much work as you can on your tires now.
I was going to say, where's Max? But of course, Max went out in the last session. Russell setting a lap. He's got Behrman right behind him. they're just starting their flying laps now. So yeah, they've left it a long time. Russell, I don't think it's going to challenge for the pole, but Behrman certainly could take it here.
And track
Right,
is now
need a good
clear.
lap now, Donna. Norris and Hajar have gone out, and Hajar is now
Track is clear.
slipstreaming
Track is clear.
Norris. I'm a little concerned that they might
Charge your press car
be
now.
a traffic issue. We go purple in the first. That's good. It's very good. Purple in the second. Cars in front have just started speeding up. That's not going to cause us an issue. That is good. Behrman has gone quicker, and then we went quicker still, and we'll have enough time to send them out again on new tyres for one run and see if we can get Embry on the front row as well. It's working out quite nice. %. I might. Oh no, wow, I did go on new tyres there, didn't I? Shit, didn't mean to do that. Alright, well, she's going to have to go on scrubs. I've got a problem. I've just realised what the problem is. I didn't turn Donna off of pull over. Crap. Well, she's gone out behind anyway, so that's all right.
So focus on braking, on tires.
Jar has benefited from that slipstream run as well. Look, up to second. Right, so let's go manual control. Manual control.
Battery is good. Let's go for a push.
Hopefully I've done enough there.
Let's lift off, please.
Shit.
It's a checkered flag.
Oh well, first and fourth. We'll take that. So, day 2, Saturday, and here comes the rain. Hopefully, this will not affect... Oh, look at that. Car set up at 100% on both. Beautiful. I didn't even think to check that. Very pleased to see that. What was I saying? Yeah, hopefully the weather won't be too bad in qualifying, and that we can capitalise... in the sprint, and we can capitalise on it, but we shall see. Going to try and run them for the whole session, but it all depends on what the weather's going to do. The longer we're out there, the better their track knowledge gain will be, and the more car park knowledge they'll gain as well, which will also be important. But most importantly, we nailed the setups. So we are going to get rain. It's not going to be too bad by the look of it. We'll be into conditions, but we'll try and tough it out on the hards.
We have rain coming.
Track temperature is pretty high at the moment, 40 degrees. See if it cools down when the rain hits.
Okay, starting to rain.
And by how much? Air temperature's going down. Oh, track temperature's falling like quickly. Down 3 degrees already. Yeah, tyres could melt again in the race on Sunday.
How's the track?
Right, water levels at 1 mil, so we're looking at probably about 2.5 mil total for the higher points. Track temperature's gone back up again, 38 degrees now. BSC, please don't be one of mine. Doesn't look like it. Nope, someone's hit the wall.
There's lots
Norris.
of debris wet.
And he's damaged his car, look, because it's sparking now. So he's damaged his powertrain. Oh, yeah, that's a big shunt. That's Norris out.
As for the team back in the garage...
You always find it slightly bizarre Austria has such tyre wear despite so few corners. Well, it's a combination of the track surface, the pace, the temperature, and the amount of load they put through. It's a very fast circuit. The corners are fast for the most part, especially turns 9 and 10. That puts a huge amount of load into the tyres every lap. You've got heavy braking zones,
Yes,
you've got
yeah.
heavy traction zones on the exit of those corners, and then you say you've got, you know, high downforce, fast sweeping corners as well. So like turns 6, 7, and 8, and then turns 9 and 10, they're all very fast flowing corners. You can see the rain is scheduled to stop before the end of the session, and I'm hoping that's it for the rain for today and that it'll actually be a dry sprint. That would be ideal.
Looks
There
like
we go,
the rain's
2.5
clearing.
mil at the peak, and then dropping down again. And now dry running for the rest of the session. Car park knowledge up to 76%, track knowledge up to 70%. If I can get to, say, 85% track knowledge, I'll be happy with that. And we might hit 80% on the car park knowledge. There's my 80% on car parts. We're going to hit just over 85. We're going to hit about 86, maybe 87, maybe 88.
Okay, that is the check.
88 would be awesome. Yeah, 88 and 80. Very nice. So 92% starting confidence level. That's pretty good. Considering the very stop-start nature of practice 1, that's very good. Very good indeed. All right, time for the sprint.
Well, the excitement levels continue to rise here as the teams prepare for the sprint. And whilst qualifying has already established today's starting grid, the results of the sprint will determine the lineup for the Grand Prix itself.
It's not only the starting grid decided here though. The top finishers in the sprint have the chance to score crucial championship points.
So who will reach the peak and who has a mountain to climb here at the Austrian Sprint?
All right, let's see if the weather is going to change. It is going to rain. So we're going to start on softs. And we're going to be looking at inters pretty soon. Less than halfway through. Maybe halfway through. That does give us license to absolutely muller both sets of tyres though. Right, parts. The good thing is it does look like the weather's going to change relatively quickly as well, so we're not going to have too long a period where we're going to be iffy. And these gearboxes will make the sprint, and then we'll change them for the race. Alright, let's set them to the grid for the sprint.
We're ready for 24 laps around the Red Bull Ring in what should be a great sprint.
Drivers certainly don't shy away from overtaking on this circuit, meaning we should be in for a hotly contested competition here in Austria.
Forget the scheduled pit stops today, it's all about racing. Here in Austria, we're all ready to go for the sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go.
It's time to try and start overtaking cars.
We got held up, and that's allowed Max to jump us. Not Max, sorry, Charles. Charles now up to third. He's on a real tear. Sainz and Stroll on hards, but sure on mediums. We're only doing 10-12 laps on these tyres. That's a surprise.
Ciao, John. You can use the ice. Okay, that's currently P1.
And overtake is available.
We've got the move done around the outside. Lovely stuff. Behrman is through.
Recharge on. Just be careful with this tyre.
On click overtake, please.
Come on, Donna.
Now, please.
Let's start driving like Embry.
Just manage your tires, please. Ciao, John. Just keep looking after your tires.
So recharge on.
Oh, she's going for it. She's going to give up the DRS to Ollie, though, which means I'm going to be vulnerable to Leclerc. Looks like I've got him covered off. The Jar has jumped back in front of
Keep pushing.
Embry.
You're good to push.
If you can, push.
Okay, charge on. Drop the pace now, please.
No need to push the tyres.
Battery is high.
Can recharge.
All right, let's take a look at that weather. It's looking like it might go a little longer. It's going to be damp in 6 minutes.
Charge on.
It's not long, actually, so let's hammer the
You
rubber.
can push on tires. We're good on tires.
It's only 5 laps. Batteries are full. Oh, I was worried about contact for a second then. That looked a little dangerously close. So judging which lap to box now is going to be vital. Absolutely vital.
Can use overtake.
Overtake available.
So if I judge that right, I'll retake the position from Leclerc and I'll get... Oh, Embry. Why? At least she got up the inside. Four minutes till the rain.
Running as expected.
Okay, charge on. Charge on.
Let's have recharge on then, please. And recharge on, recharge on.
Two minutes.
Press overtake.
Oh, you can use the deploy.
It's going to be carnage in the pit lane.
Okay, we have a bit more rain now, a bit more rain coming now.
Keep concentration high. So we're going to box this lap. Recharge on.
Oh, both of the Alphas are double stacking. That I did not expect.
Box, 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 box.
So this is either going to work out really well or really badly for Donna here. She's going to avoid the chaos in the pits, but the track is now too wet for the softs. It is a short lap though. That's a good stop, 2.4. And we jumped Isaac. Excellent stuff. So we got one car into the lead.
Clear at exit.
Oh, an issue for Russell in the pits.
Now, what exactly happened there, Karun?
That's good news for us.
George
Look at that
Russell
queue.
in pits. But they're not able to loosen the tyre.
Oh man, what a terrible stop. That was an utter nightmare for Ferrari there.
Charge on.
Overtake is available.
So Embry is the race leader at the moment. She's 23 seconds behind.
And recharge on.
We need a good stop here. This needs to be good. .3, it is good, but we had to wait for Leclerc. And now it's game on the pit exit. Oh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be so tight.
Charge on and box now.
So this is it. This is the fight to the end now.
Charge on.
And we can push these inters for all they're worth, all the way up to the flag.
And recharge on is okay, please.
We've been very fortunate that the weather has changed quickly and not dragged out like it has at previous tracks. It's allowed us to keep competitive pace. Because if it had lingered at around 0.7, 0.8 for a long time, or even 0.9 for multiple laps, with DRS still active, we'd have just gone backwards. We'd have been picked off by everybody. Is it going to be a dry race? It is. It is going to be a dry race. How you doing, Adrian? How you doing, Wayne?
And we can have recharge on, please.
And it's us against Leclerc. We've got the pace over the rest of the grid. Max has got himself up to 8th place. He started 15th, let's not forget. So he must have, you know, benefited from the pits. Which makes sense. He would have been one of the last cars in. But because he's at the beginning of the pit lane, he would have been one of the first ones out. A lot of cars would have been held to let him through. So he definitely benefited from that.
Battery is good.
Just recharge off, please. Just recharge off.
Charge
Now we can start to try and make a move on Leclerc. Once we get past him, I think we'll pull away from him.
Give us more lift off, please. Okay, we need some deploy. Cool the car.
He's got really good acceleration.
Okay, keep cooling the car now. Okay, focus on
I
recharge.
think he's pushing as well. He did a 107.9 on that last lap. This lap will be quicker, I'm sure of that.
You've got everything, press on hold available.
Yeah, 107.4. He went half a second quicker.
Keep cooling the car. Reminder, a little bit of lift off where you can.
We are pushing these tyres a lot harder than he is.
Drop down the plates now.
Let the tyres come back to you.
It might be why we're struggling to get through. They might just be overheating too much.
You look after the tires. Charger.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
Oh, we can cancel lift off. You can keep the pace up on these compounds.
Try and get him through this section where we've got the better downforce levels.
Okay, you can pick up the pace.
Get him under braking, get him under braking.
Okay, to pick up the pace.
Ah!
And overtake is available.
Come on, complete the move, complete the move. There we go. I've got nothing left,
Charge on.
battery-wise.
On charge on.
So now I need to get Embry up and through as well.
Bit of lift off. On click overtake, please. Charge on. On keep an eye on the battery. Overtake available.
I've got the slipstream. This might let me get alongside. Oh, this is close. This is so tight. we got him.
Recharge on.
Now we've got to stay ahead of him.
We're happy to stay where we are. Two more laps.
Oh, this is going to be so tight. This is going to be so tight. Yeah, I'm watching that fuel. No repeat of last night. And Hajar has pushed hard. He's suddenly caught back up.
Recharge on.
And I think we've done it. I think we've broken the back of Leclerc's challenge. This is it, final lap. And now Leclerc's under pressure from Hajar. We've done it. We've got the 1-2 in the sprint. Leclerc is going to hold off Hajar. That's going to set us up beautifully for the race, which will be dry. Donna brings home a 1-2 ahead of Embry. And that is 15 points from the sprint for us tonight. Max did just get the final point.
The Aston Martin finishes the sprint in first place.
And with Leclerc getting 6, that's 7 points for them against our 15. Plus we got 1 extra for pole position. So we are currently on 16 points against their 7. We've outscored them by 9 so far this weekend. Now, and we do the same in the race.
It's the Aston Martin driver with the sprint win today.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
So then, confirmation of the sprint result. Donna wins from pole, having surrendered the lead for a moment. Embry up 2 places to finish in second. Charles up 2 places for third. It's Hajar who lost out there, down into fourth. What happened to Behrman? He must have lost out really badly in the pits in that double stack. Porsche fifth, Norris in sixth, Zhou in seventh. Max up 7 places to take the final point for the sprint ahead of Sonoda. Piastri up 7 places as well. Down 9 places for Ollie Behrman. Ocon down to 13th. Maloney up 5 places for 14th. Gasly in 15th, and it's Stroll 16th. Belichick 17th. Russell down 8 places for 18th. Both Ferraris really suffering. George, of course, had that horrendous stop. And then it's for sure 19th and Albon in 20th. Bring on the race.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
4 years on from the circuit being renamed to the Red Bull Ring, Max Verstappen became the first driver to bring an eponymous car to victory here in 2018.
Now, Karun, how do you think Aston Martin's driver is going to be feeling ahead of this race?
You know what, Crofty? They're performing well above what's been expected of them so far. All in all, not a bad place to be.
And this is the moment where it all comes together. So prepare for another thrilling race here at the Austrian Grand Prix.
I'd love to know which of our drivers he was talking about there, but we can't know because of the bloody helmets. I will stop ranting about that at some point. But it won't be tonight. Right. We've done the qualifying targets. Now we've got to do the fastest lap, the finish position. We've completed our quali streak. Can we get progress started on our finish position streak? Let's take a look at strategy for tonight. That is definitely an option. It's the option I'm going to go with. I'm probably going to try and look after the softs a bit at the start if we can. Mediums may come into play for the final stint, but we'll have a look at that. In fact, let me have a quick explore as to what a soft medium might look like. It's exactly the same lap time. So we've got that in our back pockets if we need it. We're going to go with 3 extra laps of fuel, because they won't last very long. We are going to push the fuel, the battery and the tyres off the line, and then try and turn the tyres down early. Need to change the gearboxes. Actually, that one's probably okay, but yeah, let's change it anyway, just to be on the safe side. The other one won't last. There we go. And we are ready to go. Let's send them to the grid for the Austrian Grand Prix.
Here among the Austrian mountains, the grid is now set for the 71 laps of the Red Bull Ring. A chance for the Aston Martin driver to show what they can do.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine.
Alright, here we go.
It's the race we've all been waiting for. It's the Austrian Grand Prix.
Softs on Leclerc, so we made the right choice starting on the softs.
And away we go.
Because if he scampers through and bolts away from us, that will be a problem. Gonna trust them not to take each other out.
Allez vite au-dessus. Need to drop the pace.
No need to push the tyres.
And every time I hear that a chance for blah 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 to show what they can do, I always think of the Two Towers, a chance at last, a chance for Faramir, Captain of Gondor, to show his qualities. That line always goes through my head as soon as I hear Crofty say a chance.
Ciao, John. Ciao, John.
DRS is enabled.
Okay, ciao, John.
Just be careful with this tyre.
We have to protect those tires. Ciao, John, now.
It is so hard to break away on this track unless you have a big advantage because of the nature of the DRS, you know, 3 back-to-back zones and it being such a short lap. So I'm not even going to try at this point. We'll just try and control the pace at the front. Keep the tyres in, you know, under control. Keep the temperatures in check. Rebuild the batteries.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
And Leclerc's going to swoop through and get the pair of us. 3 wide through there. That would never happen in real life. But now it gives me the chance to protect both sets of tyres. Just going to make sure Leclerc doesn't try and bolt. Confidence for both is high. That's what I like to see. Tyres are in excellent shape already compared to Leclerc's.
Ciao, John.
He is still pushing. He's trying to break away from us. He might actually manage it. I think we just kept the DRS. It's very tight. No, Donna lost it. Let's get her back in.
Just manage your tires, please.
There we go. And there you see the downside to trying to bolt early on is that you absolutely shred your tyres. And if you can't make the breakaway, you just leave yourself in real trouble as the race progresses. And that there is the story of Charles Leclerc's tyres. He did not get the breakaway. We're still all over the back of him. And now we have a significant tyre advantage that's only going to grow exponentially larger as we continue to look after ours, and he has to keep pushing his just to keep pace. In his car. There we go. A nice easy overtake there. He'll come back at us, and I'm fine for him to do that. Get these batteries full now.
Charge on.
And recharge on, recharge on.
On battery in a good place.
And recharge on.
See, Behrman is in 10th. Max still in. Well, Max is up to 7th. Joe in 8th. Piastri's in 9th. Where is Russell? He's down to 19th place. There we go. Batteries are full. And we can keep putting pressure on Leclerc. Keep making him work his tyres hard. And then keep sailing past him again. And if we can keep this up, I will try and break away in about 5-6 laps. Try and build a gap over the medium runners. And hopefully Leclerc won't have the pace to go with us either. And then we can leave him to hopefully get swallowed up by the mediums. Or maybe even just hold them up.
We're happy to stay where we are.
Because Hajar's looking a bit racy right now. Can't see Leclerc's tyre temps, unfortunately. Oh no, I can, yeah. So you can see his tyre temps were really high in the opening 7 laps, and then they calmed down again. Ours are positively frigid by comparison.
We need to push.
Time to push on these tyres.
Let's try to get him.
Stay close.
And this is where we go for it. Oh, some fierce defending there. So we'll go back into harvest mode.
Charge on.
Calm those tyres back down again.
Let the tyres come back to you.
Embry's now moved through into second.
Tyres. We can still do it. Cool the car, please.
Oh, couldn't get up the inside.
Keep cooling the car.
But all this attacking that's forcing him to go defensive is giving Embry a chance to break away. There you see the gap over a second now. We've almost dropped Hajar in the process.
Okay, mate, that is the fastest lap. And we can have recharge on, please. We want to manage our tyre budget.
Norris has pushed through into fourth place. And I have dropped Leclerc again.
Charge on. Charge on for now. Very good.
And now I need my drivers to cooperate and overtake each other without getting in each other's way.
We have margin to push a bit more.
Because Norris will start to push and try and close up on us. He's already through. Gap is coming down again.
And you can pick up the pace.
Don't want to give him the opportunity.
Okay, charge on. Drop down the plates now. We look after the tires. Charge on.
No need to push the tyres. So recharge on. Let's have recharge on then, please.
Leclerc stubbornly hanging on. We've got enough of a closeness to the medium tyres that, bar a couple like Piastri, we'll be boxing a few laps before them to get an undercut onto mediums. But not so far ahead of them that our tyres will have lost a good chunk of life by the time they get onto us, or by the time they pit and start catching us up. So things are looking really good right now. Leclerc is pushing. Looks like he's trying to get ready for his pit stop. Trying to keep stretching that gap. Yeah, Leclerc is absolutely hammering his car this lap. And I think I've lost the opportunity to complete the breakaway again, so I'm going to go back into a saving mode.
Need to drop the pace.
Try and save a little bit more of these tyres, stretch them another extra lap or two. And then see if we can break away again in a couple of laps. Once we've got a bit more battery back in the cars. Leclerc is only just hanging on through the corners at the moment. He's got the pace on the straights because of the DRS, but he's losing ground again in the corners, so...
Recharge on.
That was a little bit messy.
We have to protect those tires.
That's the other thing that makes this circuit so hard to get a breakaway. Even if you do get one, it's very hard to sustain without a monstrous advantage, because of the cars behind will just leapfrog and catch you back up in the DRS.
We need a bit of recharge of the battery.
So it's going to get scrappy again. And Leclerc's looking after his tyres again now that he's caught us back up.
Recharge on. If you can, push.
See if we can up the pace again. Right, we've got some pit stops already for Ocon and Albon. These are the early soft tyre runners. Medium tyres, no surprise there. And mediums there as well.
Keep the head down.
Yeah, Leclerc's getting ready to stop. That's why he's pushing so hard.
Need to drop the pace. Battery is full. You're good to push.
There he goes.
Leclerc has pitted.
So now we have to bolt if we want to undercut him or overcut him.
Let's try to take opportunity.
So on a set of mediums, he's going to come out way behind Russell and co, but a long way ahead of for sure Ocon and Albon.
Only can use the deploy.
There goes Oscar into the pits. That's a medium tyre stop, but he really hammered those mediums. Is he going to go mediums again? Is he going to go hards, or is he going to go straight to soft? No, he's going mediums again. So he's going a medium, soft then.
Charge on. We'll have to do anti-deploy where you can. Box, 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 box. Give us a bit more lift off, please. Just keep looking after your tires.
And into the pits we go.
And recharge on. Okay, we are boxes then.
Mercedes are out for Sonoda. 2.2, that's a good stop.
Focus on reaction time and no full
We're going to beat Leclerc. It's going to be very tight. I think he might just swoop past us. He did.
Let the tyres come back to you. We suggest a little bit more Lyco.
His tyres are already down to 92.
Charge on, charge on.
Behrman's in as well. There he is. .3, not quite as good as Donna's stop, but it's good enough. Nuts.
Charge on. Battery is high. Manage your tires.
We're going to be scrapping with Charles all the way to the finish here. Max is in. Nah, he's probably going to go soft tyres here. Yeah, there we go, softs, which means he'll probably go softs on his final set as well.
Charge off, good job.
And Max comes out right behind us, so Max is in the mix now as well. That's our two drivers scrapping in front of him there.
We want to manage our tyre budget. And recharge on is okay, please.
Drop the pace now, please.
So we've got traffic ahead, Russell, Stroll and Belichaks all squabbling right in front of us here. And Max is going to start pushing hard very soon.
And you can push on tyres. We're good on tyres.
And we've got a chance with Donna here to maybe get a move. Just going to go side by side.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Couldn't make the move stick.
We look after the tyres.
And we can have a recharge on, please.
And that's Gasly and Belichaks out of the way, so one less car right in front of us. And with so many cars so close, this is just screaming for contact somewhere.
You're good to push.
Leclerc blitzed past a pair of them there, that's not good. Shit, she was still in harvest.
Recharge on.
And there goes Max, damn it.
Okay, you can pick up the pace.
Can use overtake.
Leclerc's already bolting, there goes Stroll. So we should get past Russell now. And we should get back past Max here in the braking zone. Beautiful stuff, there we go. Unfortunately, Verstappen got through as well. So George lost 3 positions on that straight there.
Recharge on.
Norris still out there on 37% tyres. 4 share boxes. And he's going mediums again.
Okay, charge on. Drop down the pace now.
And it should be easier for us to break away this time. because Max is still behind us. He's on those soft tyres, and when those tyres drop off, the mediums will be quick. We saw how quickly we were pushing at the end of our stint, and the mediums were still all over the back of us. It'll be role reversal this time. Once Verstappen's tyres fall off, we'll blitz away from him. And hopefully, because Leclerc's pushed his tyres hard, we'll blitz away from him in the process as well. So, not ideal to have Max so close, but it's still looking pretty good for us at the moment. Outdrove us out of turn 3. And how's that for a train? Red Bull Aston, Red Bull Aston. Might even behoove us to let Max through. Let him and Charles squabble and hurt each other. Allow us to really do some saving.
Charge on.
No need to push the tyres.
There's been absolutely no drama so far in the race. Closing in on the halfway point, I don't think we've even had a single yellow flag. And I know I'm tempting fate by saying that. Oh yeah, we're definitely in contention for the win tonight. Absolutely in contention for the win. Norris still out there. Is he going for a one-stop? I think he might be. I think he might be going for the one-stop. If he goes hard tyres, he's definitely going for that one-stop.
You can turn recharge off if you want to.
Oh, Piastri's pushed hard to close up on us. Russell into the pits now. And he's going for the one-stop.
Battery is high.
You can see the state of Leclerc's tyres already compared to ours.
Charge on. Let's go for a push.
Norris boxes from the lead, so this should be for hards if he's one-stopping. There we go, hard tyres. It was clean, but it wasn't quick. We've lost some ground here.
Can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Press overtake.
Am I going to pits again? Yes, I am. I'm going to be boxing onto another set of softs. I'm just trying to build up a bit of a tyre wear advantage now so that later in the stint I can blitz away from the Red Bulls, try and build a little bit of a gap so that when we come out on the new softs we can hold track position, and then again we'll have a tyre wear advantage because they'll have boxed earlier, and then see if we can break away from them and stay away from them.
Charge on. Charge on.
Oh, Oscar. It's cheeky.
Cool the car.
And recharge on now is okay, please.
Right, so where is Norris? Norris is down in 13th place, behind Maloney and Gasly.
Recharge on.
See how quickly you can try and break away from those two. Jar's a little bit of an unknown. He's not far behind this little fight, and his tyres are comparable to ours.
Big lifts.
I'm really sorry, we need a bit of lift
Going to bank a little bit of spare fuel for both cars here, ready for when we do hit the softs. Oh, yellow flag. Now this could change things.
Something's gone on there. Looks like it's Zhou Guanyu. Here's the replay. Now we're just proceeding through turn 4. The cars jostling
Oh, and he gets
for
pushed
position.
off the track.
Oh, and the cars there.
That has to be a
Able
penalty
keep
for the
out of each
Alpine
other's
there.
way. A bitter blow too for
That's
more than
Ocon.
one driver.
I think,
from
no,
the
not
back.
Ocon. Is that Gasly? I think Gasly's got the red helmet, hasn't he? Yeah. No, it wasn't Gasly. It was Sainz. Yeah, it was Sainz. And yeah, he does get the penalty. Well deserved there. He completely pushed him off the track.
Battery is full. Charge on.
Just be careful with this tyre.
We have to protect those tires.
And recharge on is okay, please.
So lap 50 is the target for our pit stop according to the strategy. We are going to see if we can maybe stretch an extra lap or so. Nothing too serious. Not going to go crazy with it. Max is going to be boxing soon. So are Oscar and Leclerc as well.
Time to push on these tyres.
Oh, wow. Somehow we got ahead of Leclerc.
But
I
this
missed
is
that.
what
Let's see what happened here.
Here we've got the Aston Martin.
Oh, yeah.
They
Just went
decide to
straight
give it
around
a
the
go.
outside of him. He got slowed down by the Ferrari Piastri there.
And the Aston
And we just
Martin
went
moves
straight past without really even trying. Very nice.
And you can push.
Okay, to pick up the pace.
Time for us to get a little aggressive again. I see Oscar dodging one way and the other, and we're having to do the same to try and find a way past him. Very naughty driving from Piastri here. Again, trying to hassle and harry Max into maybe making a mistake, but certainly having to go defensively to cause him to drop further away from Embry. Make it easier for her to try and break away, or at least give us the gap. There we go, Max is out of DRS range.
And recharge on.
Charge on.
Oscar's through as well, and we've just about managed to drop Oscar.
Let the tyres come back to you.
Need to drop the pace.
And there we go. Hopefully now Oscar will not have enough tyre life to come back at us. And we'll leave him and the Red Bull squabbling, and we'll see if we can build up a little bit of a gap and get some battery back in these cars again in the process. It's working so far.
Charge on, charge on.
Gap's now up to 2 seconds.
Sev, recharge on, please.
Although Piastri did just get the DRS off of Max, so he might close that gap back up a little bit. He's certainly not going to get close enough. We are getting that little bit of a rub that we needed. The Red Bulls are squabbling. Piastri is not lapping quick enough. Oh, Leclerc now making a move. Not going to even give him an opportunity to try and get on the back of us.
And recharge on, recharge on.
Charge on.
So Ocon onto a set of mediums. There goes Russell and Belajac side by side through turn one, popping out just in front. Oh man, Leclerc has suddenly just turned it up.
You can consider a little bit of anti-deploy where you can.
Where has that pace suddenly come from?
Maximum pace.
Just kept him out of the DRS. And there goes Piastri into the pits. And Max is right behind him. Medium tyres for Max. Hard tyres for Oscar. Wow. That I didn't expect. Yellow flag.
2 cars out.
It's a big crash.
And keep an eye on debris again. Keep an eye on debris.
Potentially. It's Sonoda again. And this time it's with Behrman. Again. I think that's Sonoda's fault. He just pushed Behrman off the track, didn't give him the opportunity to come back on again.
Not much that the team can do.
See if Sonoda gets a penalty.
Charge on.
He should do.
Charge on.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
So we've got the gap to Leclerc back up to 2 seconds again. He's still pushing hard though, trying to get back onto us.
Charge on.
So recharge on.
Charge on and box now.
He stays out another lap. We've built a little bit of a cushion over Isaac, so let's take him not completely out of the picture, but it's certainly making him a lot less of a threat.
Ciao, John. The battery is in a good position.
Battery's in a good position. Yep, it's attached to the engine. And it's the perfect position.
Charge off.
How is Leclerc keeping that pace up compared to us? I just don't understand it. Behrman's in. Looks like there was no decision. I haven't seen anything pop up unless I missed it saying no penalties given. Didn't see the investigation. As Max sets a new fastest lap. Hard tyres for Behrman. What are Alfa Romeo doing strategy-wise this season? They are making some very, very odd calls.
Let's have 100% pace, please.
I don't understand it. And now Leclerc's pace is dipped. Just the lappy boxes. It is. He's gone mediums. Interesting. So no one else has new softs by the look of it.
Box this lap, box this lap.
So we've given Donna the DRS for her in lap.
We can still do it.
And she's got the tyres to push for one full lap as well at that pace. We should get out in front of Leclerc. Not sure about Max. Max is going to get out in front of us, I think. 2.6, it's not a great stop. We're going to come out behind Joe.
No need to push the tires.
Fine, because that will give us some slipstreams and DRS, get some overtakes in.
Need to drop the pace.
And we opened up an extra second over Leclerc as well. We're already all over the back of Joe. Oh shit, I forgot to box Donna. Alright, well, whoops,
Box.
my bad.
No more lift off required. Try and pick away through Joe ahead.
Alright, Isaac's in the pits. And Leclerc might get out in front of Donna now. 2.4. It's not bad.
Okay, mate, that is the fastest lap.
You will be close to Zoo at the bit exit.
Can we have recharge on, please? A little bit more light.
There is Leclerc. He's going to get DRS. Shit.
Let's try to take opportunity.
Sainz is in. Surface penalty. Embry is now onto the back of Max.
Just be careful with this tyre. Recharge on.
Okay, keep cooling the car now.
We gave Joe the DRS, but that will now hopefully cause him to hold up Leclerc while we blitz away. Or sharing to the pits. There we go, new fastest lap for Donna.
Charge on.
And recharge on now is okay, please. Recharge on.
Keep just slowing that pace down a little bit, make it a little easier for Donna to try and get in range.
You've got everything, press on hold available.
And this is the fight for the lead. We are fighting the cars in front and behind. Only Joe is not really part of this battle.
Charge on.
Which is why I'm going to the extremes of tyre saving here early on in this stint. Partly to allow Donna to get back into contention with this group, and partly because I want to be able to brake hard and fast. So close. Did she get the DRS? Did she get the DRS? Yes, she did. Excellent stuff.
I'd like recharge button off, please. Recharge button off.
And keep going with the lift off, you're doing very good job. Keep going with the lift off. Just manage your tires, please.
time to push on these tyres.
You just start manoeuvring Embry forward a little bit.
Overtake is available.
In fact, this might be the breakaway lap for Embry.
We have margin to push a bit more.
Stay close.
Nuts. All right.
Can use overtake.
We'll stay tucked up in second.
Charge on.
Almost dropped Norris. I think we might just do it. It's going to be so tight. Norris did not get the DRS, but Max will get the move done.
Okay, focus on recharge.
Right, if I can get this move done now, that's Embry off and away. Oh, come on, Embry. Don't do this half-assed overtaking stuff. That was the perfect opportunity to blitz away from George. No, sorry, from Oscar. We'll just have to hope we can do it here instead. As Max is pushing to go after Oscar.
And keep up a bit of lift off for fuel, please.
I'm going to get the DRS here off the back of the Haas. That might be enough for me to break Oscar on this lap.
We will not need lift off.
And there we go. I've done it. I've broken him. Quite comprehensively in the end. Oh shit, I'm not on Max yet.
Charge on. We need to push.
Oh, back marker. That's what I was behind. Evening, Victor.
On charge on.
So, 12 laps, including this one. So far, Embry has a very healthy little lead. He's a little below the tyre wear line. That will come back to us if we can keep this pace setting going.
Let's lift off, please. Charge on. On click overtake, please.
Oscar is closing, and with Verstappen there, he can find his way past, that makes things more complicated. I really need my two drivers to be together.
And you can push.
Yeah, they're tag teaming at the moment. Closing that gap.
Ciao, John.
Max is alongside. He's going to get the DRS. He's going to be on Embry.
We want to manage our tyre budget.
This is what I was saying earlier about how hard it is to stay away, especially if you're a solo car. It's almost impossible to stay ahead of the pack on this circuit because of the DRS zones just stacked there. After a disastrous qualifying, Max has had a really good weekend. I mean, he made up 7 places to get 8th in the sprint and get a point. Now he's 2nd. He's had a really strong afternoon.
Overtake is available.
You can keep the pace up on these compounds. Stop the lift off turn 1, please. Cool the car, please. You can use overtake if you need. Look after the tires. We need a little bit more lift off if you can, please.
Norris now ahead of Leclerc. It's a 4-way fight for the lead at the moment. I don't think Norris has got enough time to close the gap up.
Battery high. We need a bit of recharge of the battery.
All right, now, hopefully,
Let's recharge on it, please.
I can get them both through to the end without too much of an issue.
You're good to push.
I'm slowly getting Embry's tyres back into the window without having to push them, which is really helpful.
And recharge on, recharge on. And recharge on is okay, please.
I'm going to try and break away again in a minute.
Four more. And we have margin to push a little bit more on the tires.
Or we can cancel lift off.
Leclerc back in front of Norris. They're a long way ahead of Porsche. They have closed the gap a little bit. Taken about a second out of the gap. But with 3 laps to go, they're not going to catch up.
We need a little bit more lift off, please.
We will want a little bit of LICO.
Open the gap. Charge on.
There we go. We've got a 2-second gap. That should be enough. Going to get some good points over Red Bull tonight. 1-2 in the sprint. No, it wasn't a 1. Was it a 1-2 in the sprint? Yes, it was. It was a 1-2 in the sprint. We're having a 1-2 here. We got pole position. We've got the fastest lap. Leclerc finished 3rd in the sprint. Max in 8th. They're finishing 4th and 5th here. We might even get some good points in the pit stop challenge with a 2.2 and a 2.3. for our quickest stops. Or was it a 2.3 and a 2.4? I think we had a 2.2 and a 2.3. Ah, that's not what I wanted to see. Max has got in front of Oscar. Come on, Oscar. Take that podium away from them. It's all going to come down to this straight. Can he hold him off on the run up to turn 4? I believe in you, Oscar. Ah, come on. You got him. You've got him, please. Please tell me you got him. Shit, he doesn't have him. No. Last thing I needed was Max to get a podium tonight. More points. It's done him. Damn it. Ah. Just a little blemish at the end there, but a highly successful weekend.
That, Aston Martin picks up the win.
There is Donna leading the team home for another 1-2.
There'll be celebrations tonight after a performance like that. They've
And that
done
has
themselves
been
and the
a
team proud.
superb haul of points for her this weekend.
Okay, that's the checkered flag.
Leclerc does finish ahead of Norris. Norris couldn't quite get the job done for me either in the end, but third and fifth, so decent points, 25 points for Red Bull there, but it's nothing compared to the 43 points that 44 points we scored in this race, with the sprint and pole to add on to that as well. Excellent driving from both of our girls. They've done us proud tonight, and that sets us up beautifully for Silverstone tomorrow. Will we be the best of British tomorrow? Or will something go horribly wrong? Will the weather play a part? Who knows? Just enjoying the cool down lap.
What an excellent performance from the Aston Martin driver that was.
What a brilliant race that was for the team. They just did everything right. The driver included, of course.
Well, they've been waiting for this, haven't they? And it's only right that they make the most of it. So, Karun, with the garages full of activity, what's the mood like down at Aston Martin now?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
And that's it for this weekend here in Austria.
For the next round, we're heading back to the heart of the UK. Get ready for a race to remember in Silverstone, the cradle of Formula One.
There we go then, confirmation of the final result. It is another win for Donna and second place for Embry. Max up 5 places to take the final spot on the podium in third. Oscar up 6 places to finish in fourth. Good race for him. Leclerc loses a bit of ground, so that's going to close things up between him and Max a bit after the sprint. I think Max will probably be outscored by a point or two over the weekend. Norris in 6th, Pajar in 7th. Looked like he could be a threat earlier in the race. Didn't quite work out for him. Norris made that one-stop work, though. Look at that, 6th place. And he was so close to getting Leclerc at the end on the one-stop. Porsche in 8th place ahead of Sonoda. Behrman getting 2 places gained to take the final point there for 10th. Looking at the bottom half, Ocon, Maloney, then Russell gaining 5 places after a nightmare in the sprint. And then Stroll in 14th ahead of Gasly. Zhou all the way down to 16th place. Scrappy race from him. Jackson 17th. Sainz down 7 places, picking up a well-deserved penalty there. Tsunoda Sorry, Joe was lucky to avoid one himself, I think. Or was it Sonoda? I think it was Joe. Ahead of Albon and Vershaw. That is your final running order. Vershaw lapped. In the driver standings, we have moved top and by a big margin as well. I think we'd score, that heavily compared to Leclerc in terms of the standings. We are 15 points clear now at the top of the driver standings. Leclerc in second on 154. Max just 1 point behind on 153. That is close, so close. Norris gets some good points to try and hang on to fourth place. Embry has closed the gap. She's in fifth still, but has pulled away from Oscar and is now just 8 points behind Norris. Oscar moves above Pourchaire by 3 points tonight, thanks to his fifth place finish there. And then, fourth place finish. Then we have Sonoda in 8th place, 8 points clear of Sainz. No points for him tonight. Shocking race. Pajar up to 10th, is a point behind Sainz. If we scroll further down, it's Behrman in 11th, picked up that 1 point. Zhou picks up 2 to go in to stay in 12th. Russell drops down 2 places. No points for him this weekend. Ocon down a place as well. No points for him either. And then it's Stroll 15th, Gasly 16th, Maloney 17th, Belichick's 18th, Albon 19th, and Vershaw the only driver yet to score. Let's see what that's done to the constructors. We'll still be behind Red Bull, but we will have closed the gap. Now you see, we nearly doubled their points haul tonight. 32 points for Red Bull, 60 for us across the race and sprint. And we are now just 45 points behind Red Bull. We are gunning for them. And we're going to catch them pretty quickly if we can sustain this level of performance. McLaren in third on 130 points. Ferrari outscored them by 1, so the gap is 29 points now. Mercedes in fifth, 3 points ahead of AlphaTauri, who have closed that gap. And Alfa Romeo also looking to put the pressure on. They are 4 points further back. Then it's a big gap to Alpine, 32 points back in 8th place. Williams a distant 9th in on 6 points, and Haas just 2 behind on 4. As far as the pit stops go, it was a quick stop for Max tonight, a 1.9, a 2.1 dead for Théo Pourchaire there, ahead of McLaren's Ocon and then Piastri's Ferrari. Leclerc getting 5th, so big points for Red Bull over AlphaTauri again. We got 6th and 8th tonight, so we get some good points. No points for Mercedes. That's good for us. Alpine again getting both cars in there, but we have outscored them tonight. That's good. And AlphaTauri bringing up the final position with Stroll there on a 2.4 stop. So the standings look like that. 349 points for Red Bull over 197 for AlphaTauri. That is a 152 point lead. I think that competition is as good as done at this point. It's going to be who can finish second onwards. At the moment, AlphaTauri have the ascendancy, and they will probably hold on to that, to be fair. So I think we're probably really looking at the battle for 3rd and 4th, and then a battle for 5th and 6th. And we have moved level we've stayed level with Ferrari. We both scored 12 points tonight, lagging a little bit behind McLaren. They are 18 points behind Alpine still. Plenty of positional stuff to choose from, going forward. Plenty of gains to be made, but I think it's already looking like it's going to be a Red Bull win in the competition. AlphaTauri will probably secure second, but we're starting to get some points on a more consistent basis again, which is good. We're getting both of our cars in the top 10 on more than one occasion now, and we are also consistently getting a decent haul of points. So we have a chance to move higher up, get past Ferrari. Hopefully we can get past McLaren. I don't know if we can catch up to Alpine. They have been very good. And I did remember just now, I forgot last night to check who Alpine's sporting director is. We'll do that in a second. Mercedes 7th, 60 points. Last of the point scoring teams. Then it's Williams, Alfa Romeo and Haas, still yet to get off the mark. There are our stops, a 2.2 and a 2.3, bringing home those points for us. Second stops, not so good, but didn't really matter too much. Let's take a look at the report cards. There you see, perfect weekend for Donna. First in qualifying, won the sprint, won the race, and got the fastest lap. That is a complete clean sweep for her. 36 and 36 in overtakes, 35 and 31 in defence. Considering that she spent a lot of the race, again, in low defence mode to try and stay on the racing line, and wasn't really pushing that hard. Those overtake numbers are very good. Embry, 30 and 38. Again, very good overtaking numbers for her. Quite pleased with that. She seems like she's making progress, even though she really isn't. Maybe it's just that because the car's got an advantage now, it's easier for her. And again, great defensive numbers for her. Look at that, 37 against 23. She really is good in defense. It's just a shame she couldn't be a bit better going forward. No experience for Anne tonight. We will probably give her a run out tomorrow, but Embry's doing a good enough job that I think she's probably going to see out the rest of the season. So we'll keep giving Anne some time in FP1s, but I think Embry's probably going to see out the rest of the season now. She's doing what's been asked of her, so can't fault her for that. As far as the sponsors go, we got the quali streak complete, we got the fastest lap, we got both cars in the top 8, so we achieved the incentives. And for the guarantees, we got 2 in the top 8. We got both cars in Q2 and both cars in Q3. So we make an extra $1.4 million tonight. Very nice. There's a spare front wing that we didn't need, thankfully. No parts damaged this weekend. Spare rear wing as well. We do have to change some parts on the car, though. Let's take a look quickly, though, at tomorrow's weather. And it's going to be cool. 14 degrees. That is very cool. So tyre wear shouldn't be too much of an issue, hopefully. It will be a one-stop race for us, I think. Mediums to softs is what I'm thinking, but I may possibly go softs to mediums. I don't know yet. But we will be one-stopping by the look of it. We do have some other bits and bobs to do, but we will do all of that tomorrow. And we're going to end the stream in just a second. I do want to have a look, before I forget again, who is Alpine's sporting director? Williams. Oh, Alan Permain has gone back to Alpine. Yeah, that explains why why their pit stops have been so good. He is an excellent sporting director. So he was with us when we were winning championships at AlphaTauri in the pit stop challenge. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Let's check in with the board. They're not delighted. I will slap them. They are delighted. Fantastic. And we're close to getting Sakir off the bottom of the track as well. That will help. If we can get Melbourne off there as well without picking up any more bad results, that should get our overall race performance confidence back up to high. But we'll see how the next couple of races go. Still way on target for our season objective, and we have now completed a long-term objective, getting our 6th podium finish tonight. That one's done and dusted. Fantastic stuff. One quick look at facilities as well. There is the CFD now finally braking. We'll just go for a refurb on that. And let's take a look at staff facilities. They're getting close. Got a couple more races in them maybe. There is the helipad now going. Let's get that refurb going. Not in time for Silverstone, unfortunately. And the tour centre is probably only a couple of days away from going as well. So we'll have to check that tomorrow before we go to Northamptonshire. But that is it for tonight. Best possible result tonight. We got a 1-2 in the sprint, a 1-2 in the Grand Prix. We got the pole, we got the fastest lap, we got all the points that we could possibly get tonight. And we have made huge strides in both championships. We've closed the gap to Red Bull to just 45 points. And we have taken the lead in the driver standings by 15 points as the Red Bulls continue to squabble amongst each other, taking points away from each other. Has opened up a nice little lead for us there. Long may this continue. We will be racing tomorrow at 7 p.m. We don't normally do Saturdays. I have been dropping reminders all week, and we will continue to be doing Saturday streams until the new game comes out. So I hope I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget, it is the Grand Prix in Silverstone for real life this weekend. Qualifying is early afternoon, and I will be watching that ahead of going to the stream. So no worries about spoilers in the chat tomorrow. You can discuss to your heart's content. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager tomorrow at 7 p.m. Bye for now.